How's it going, YouTube watchers? I'm Sinister. This theory's kind of a big one, as it encompasses a whole scene that perhaps, that Arcadia Bay might be sentient. I present to you a literary analysis of Chloe's dream. Life is Strange Before the Storm is an episodic video game developed by Deck 9 and published by Square Enix. It is a set pre-sequel to Life is Strange, focusing on a 16-year-old Chloe Price and her romantic relationship with a schoolmate, Rachel Amber, who the disappearance of is the main mystery of the first game. This video will contain spoilers for Before the Storm and a little bit for Life is Strange. The dream sequence starts off with a spinning camera fixed on Chloe, giving us, the audience, the same confusion that Chloe feels as one would after waking up in a dream. This is when the camera changes and gives us a glimpse of her father. There's a trend amongst Chloe's dreams. So far they're all about the moments before her father's death as he's driving to pick up Chloe's mother. Then ensues a conversation between Chloe and her dad about the state of Rachel and Chloe's relationship before Chloe's father repeats the fatal car accident. Chloe's dream is the most symbolic piece in the game, and it's actually one of my favorite moments. There are 4 more points I want to cover. The Raven, the actual conversation, the Rachel burning scene, and one of the items in the car. The Raven. Though it looks similar to crows, ravens have a differently shaped beak, and after sorting through hours of game footage, and staring at digital beaks all day, and looking through online forums, yes, it is a raven. According to cultural depictions of the raven, ravens are usually symbolic of death. At first this may seem dire, but it doesn't need to be taken at face value. Rather, it's most likely symbolic of change. In relation to change, the raven is a bearer of the future, and the change that accompanies it. So it may be sort of a play on the fact of changing, by learning to let go of her father's death, learning to love Rachel, and finally becoming the Chloe we know in Life is Strange. Remember that the raven consumes the remains of other creatures. It is a scavenger after all, giving the bird an additional symbolic value of cleansing, which can also point back to the grief that Chloe has reliving her father's death in her dreams. They're also called the Master of Time, though that might mean a lot of things, and I'm not sure if it exactly applies, but it could be that the Raven's the embodiment of Arcadia Bay, which might have to do with why Max has time powers later on in the plot. Next, the conversation between Chloe and her dad. The conversation comes off as very robotic. I'm not sure if this was intentional or not. The importance of this conversation, though, comes from Chloe's tearful line, "You're not real," as she fully begins to come to terms with her father's death. But before she does, she, and possibly Arcadia Bay, use her father as a conduit to understand her feelings with Rachel. The final conversation gives her the push to fix things with Rachel and come to terms with her feelings for Rachel, which leads her to the next scene, Rachel's burning scene. According to dream interpretation, when you see something burning in your dreams, it is often because you have an intense or passionate feelings about something or someone. I think that's pretty straightforward, because that I played Chloe in the gayest way possible, but that might just be me. Next, and finally, the item in Chloe's car, the Tempest poster. In episode 1 of the video game Life is Strange Before the Storm, the drama students of Blackwell are seen rehearsing for their upcoming play, The Tempest. The character Rachel Amber playing Prospero. According from a wonderful refresher from SparkNotes, just because I didn't remember what The Tempest was about because I read it when I was like in 8th grade. The Tempest begins the play about a banished Prospero and his daughter, along with a nearby shipwrecked, and which puts all of Prospero's enemies at his disposal. Prospero spends most of the Tempest waiting to inflict his suffering on others for what they have done. I believe both Rachel and Prospero have shown rageful moments that reflect one another, as can be seen when she gets mad at Chloe or her breakdown near the end. For me, this also relates to Rachel's future death, as she will be the one to inflict the storm to Arcadia Bay in this theory. Prospero acts as the catalyst in the events in the Tempest, the same way Arcadia Bay and Rachel act as the driving force that puts Chloe and Max into the situation that is the plotline for Life is Strange. Rachel's not Prospero as a person, but also the embodiment of the Tempest. The Tempest itself literally and crucially affects the lives and actions of all of the characters. Rachel is the catalyst for the change we see in Chloe, but also the change we see in Arcadia Bay in Life is Strange. those are my 4 takeaways from Chloe's dreams. I hope you guys enjoyed the stuff I found. I can't wait for episode 2. Thanks for taking a seat and watching. Please subscribe, and I'll see you next time.
My worst fear is that my girlfriend will say, my mother's been calling and been asking how we've been doing.